Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, March the 6th. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and operator with Vantage Markets. Well, the latest data on the U.S. job market and several major earning reports will be this week's highlights. On Wednesday, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will release the job openings and labor turnover survey, or JOLTS. The consensus estimate is for 10.7 million job openings on the last business day of January, which will be a slight decline from December. On Friday, the non-farm payroll jobs data will be released. Economists expect a gain of 215,000 new jobs and for the unemployment rate to hold steady at 3.4%. Job growth surprised to the upside in January, with the U.S. economy adding 517,000 payrolls. Now, keep that in mind. That being said, the Fed is looking obviously for a decline in this number and obviously a rise on the unemployment rate, so that they could say that their tightening efforts are coming to fruition. So if that does not happen, more rate hikes will be on the horizon, and for longer, obviously. So that wouldn't be good for the market. But then again, good news is bad news, and bad news is good news, or something of that mix. Well, that being said, let's take a look at what we can expect to see in the markets today. This is the Nasdaq on Friday. We closed up to upside. We have opened up a gap up today, and that will entitle that the market is having that momentum or carrying that momentum from Friday into this week to the upside. The RSI is obviously pointing towards an upside momentum above 50, and the 21 moving average is below our market, given that is at that direct support. So I would be bullish, be long on the equities, or at least in the indices. Nasdaq, that's my target, 1250, and my support is 12.2. And as far as for the S&P, the same token goes, that strong momentum to the upside, and trading above the 21-day moving average. So I have my target set for 4,100. And then the Dow is the one that hasn't really been doing that well, but it's surely climbing and steadily maintaining that momentum from Friday. So yeah, being long the indices. As far as crude oil goes, crude oil has opened in the almost in the middle of the body of last week's range. So that could entitle us, or that could tell us that perhaps crude oil will enter into a consolidation stage, and we will be doing a lot of lateral trading, just a lot of just sideways movement. So for those who are scalpers, it's a good opportunity. Will that create a breakout scenario? Yes, towards the upside because of the momentum that the China reopening is in full effect and the demand obviously is rising. So I'm still bullish on WTI, it's probably long WTI. The one that surprised is actually Nat Gas after having a week of sideways trading all last week. It actually did a breakout movement to the upside on Friday, but today we have opened up with a gap down. So that will entitle for market participants to come and close that gap, but we have the 21 moving average right between the center of that gap. So if we do attempt to close it, we could probably use that line as our resistance and just continue to do the sell-off, or will enter another stage of just sideways movement, consolidation, and just really low volume, very tight range. Then we have here what we have gold. Gold is steadily moving to the upside. It did, however, trade open up with a gap down. The 21-day moving average is below the market, so that will give you some support. But I will assume that around the 1850 marker, gold will stay steadily for a couple of days until it finds more volatility coming out of the economic data that will be posted later this week. Then we have here silver. Silver is a token. Silver has, however, closed that gap, and so I would assume for silver to also just do some sideways trading here. Copper is the one that has opened really also gap down in a wider range. That gap has somewhat has been closed, but not really. But I will assume if they will come and test out that $4 support level, so short initially for copper, or we will go long. I will wait for that confirmation for us to see if I will do a reversal trade. If we are on on pushing lower, we will come down to that $4.05 support and just get a better entry depending on what the market chart is showing us, right? Then we have Bitcoin that is also just sideways trading for now. So that most likely will stay there. And now we have the euro, which is looking to stay above 106, looking to come back, climb to 107. I have that 21 moving average closely above the market. So that will be our first uh, point of resistance. So let's say we can trade through it. And then we have the Great British Pound, the pound, that is looking to stay in range, looking to see if you finally bust to the upside. As far as the dollar index goes, if the dollar index does trace towards the 104 marker and below that, then we'll have that nice rally in the currencies and metals. That's an if it does that. It would probably just do some sideways trading here as staying around the 104.50 marker. Well, that is it for me for today. I want to thank you and have a great week, great day of trading. See you now.